Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the channel. Let's take a listen to McKenzie is talking about it and also something. So you can listen to the whole video because other things that he talk about is actually about himself going to China and everything like that. There is something that he retracted actually this video talking to Ramaphosa. I think he was telling Ramaphosa that he's actually retracting. Okay, the fact that he believed that the ministers were getting paid more money than they were supposed to. Now that he's in the ministry, he actually realizes that they are paid less. A lot of work that actually they go through or that they have. Okay, so that is why sometimes when you criticize outside, sometimes it becomes a problem because you don't know what's going on inside. Okay, so now he's retracting, and because he's experiencing, but I don't expect anything different from him because he's in the GNU. You know, I've never seen him criticizing the GNU. And maybe it's because of the excitement, which I do understand. He's enjoying it, he's loving it. And then he talks about he was sent to, I don't know, it's UK or whatever. UK, what, you know? And then he was sent there because the way he explains it, it seems like he was surprised that he was to actually go and represent the Ramaphosa. Because when he explains, he says, the reason why perhaps I was invited there or to represent Ramaphosa, it is to explain to people what is a GNU. You remember there was a time in South Africa in Parliament where they were complaining, other opposition parties, they were complaining about the number of people that the president usually go with when he goes outside to China or other countries. They were complaining about the taxpayers' money. But this time, the president ministers. Other people, they were asking, why is this person Coco? Why did he went? I think I was watching one of the interviews on TV, I think in one of the television news, you know, and then they were talking about, why did you go with the president? What was the reason? You know, because there are ministers that were there that we don't understand why they went there. And nobody is talking about that. Nobody is criticizing that. But before, people were criticizing. You know, I'm just saying, guys, that when it comes to politics, don't put your heart in politics, you will be hurt. I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart because I love you guys. I want you to be careful with these things. Stress there because you are thinking, now this person is doing the opposite. It's politics. You know, everybody wants to gain power. Everybody wants to experience good life. This guy, do you think they would have refused to go to China? Do you think they would have refused to go to UK? There is no way they can refuse because they want to experience that life. You know, I'm just saying, everybody can change anytime. Now they are changing their tunes, your Gayton, McKenzie, because they are in the GNU. Anyway, let's take a listen. He's going to talk about the GNU.
So you have the GNU, you have the progressive caucus. These two, this progressive caucus on my left-hand side says, we are not going to last. David said we are not going to last.
I did say this actually. You remember, I said to you, but I made it in the GNU, okay? Because in as much as he wants to use the GNU and the caucus, inside the GNU, it's also the same thing. And I will explain why. You've got the GNU, you've got the caucus, obviously, okay? Now, in the GNU, you've got the ministers of the ANC, you've got the ministers of the GNU, other parties in the GNU. It's always going to be the competition. Always people are going to compare whether the ministers of the ANC are doing better than the ministers from the other parties. And it's a problem because it affects you in the long run. And I don't think he's aware of that. And I don't think he has to be aware of that. He just has to do his work. The people out there, they were looking. It is also a competition even inside the GNU, in as much as it's a competition outside the GNU, just like caucus and also GNU. And guys, if you that it's a competition, you are in another world. It will always be, it has always been. That is why the politics, it's like the way it is, because the competition, okay? So, Well, I agree with him because it's a GNU and caucus. The caucus say the GNU, it won't last. Something that he says, which I think is very important. I want us to analyze it. I'm not an expert in analyzing, but it's what he's saying. We are taking from what he's saying. Okay? So it's your opinion, it's my opinion. Nobody's better here.
You have the progressive caucus. These two, this progressive caucus on my left-hand side says, we are not going to last.
Now he talks about the caucus that those people who are saying they won't last, they are going through a divorce. There is nothing like that. There was never a marriage actually. It was a caucus, and the people to join other parties is just politics. It's just a penny. Just like what actually, who is that guy? Who is that guy? The guy who's my man. He did say that this is a nature of how politics is. You know, other people they go out, other people they stay, and then it's just these things they do happen. But he also forgets that in the GNU, just like you were in another country, say there were things that were happening in the GNU. It's not like it's only in the caucus that things are a bit shaky. Even in the GNU, things are shaky. People are not agreeing on many things. In Parliament, there was that debate there with Mutwaredi debating on the NHI. The other DA member, it was something else. It is all cracks, whether you like it. McKenzie is excited, guys, and I do understand why. He doesn't see other things in the GNU, but he sees other things in the caucus. But anyway, let him explain and see.
Divorce at the moment. They are taking them each other's members. That thing is no longer standing. Hey, General, you must the that thing is no longer existing, basically, because we can't be in partnership. And I'm busy stealing the members of the ANC, and the ANC is busy. Members, they come and go, but top leadership, they are taking each other's top. So how can that be a partnership? It's a partnership built on hate, and anything built on hate will not last.
Built on hate, if I were to be honest with you guys, because the DA did say that we don't want the MK party, the EFF, to actually come together and the ANC come together. That they don't like it. They don't like them. Okay? Just like him. He doesn't like the EFF. We can pretend. He doesn't like the EFF. He doesn't like the other parties that are, like your MK. I don't think he likes MK. I don't think he likes EFF. He doesn't, It's just all over the place, that thing. It's only from the caucus. No, the DA made it very clear. They are not going to work with the other people. That you can reduce that to hate. They hate working with other parties that are black. The reason why they are with the ANC is because the ANC identifies itself as a multiracial party. That means they include everyone. White, black, Indians, whatever. That is why I think they relate with them. Okay? But when it comes to the other guys, they are like, we are not doing it. So don't use the hate thing from the one side. And you think that by forming the GNU, it was formed on love. Because you think maybe him, personally, he's got good intentions. Okay? But not everybody in the GNU has good intentions. That's why sometimes I say, relax, my guy, relax. Anyway, relax, my guy, relax. Anyway.
Ambassadors, the GNU is going to last.
GNU is going to last
for 5 years.
For 5 years.
Believe me. And
believe me. Now that's confidence, right?
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what I'm talking about. For me, that thing, that last sentence, it makes me to think a lot. I know what I'm talking about. It seems like there is something that we don't know, that that will make the GNU to last for 5 years. It's a bit loaded statement. Anybody can take it and interpret it in a way they want to interpret it. Way like, now I'm interpreting it. I'm thinking there is something he knows that we don't know that will make the GNU to actually last, okay, for 5 years. I know what I'm talking about. If I say to you, I know what I'm talking about, it means there's something that makes me to be so confident, so sure that this thing is going to last. Something that I know that you don't know. that I can't tell you, I guess. Anyway, let's hear you explain.
Don't listen to people that are angry because they are saying the GNU is going to last for 2 years. The problem they are sitting with is if the ANC and the EFF was to form a government, they need me.
Yeah, but
They can't.
that's not true. Remember that the EFF and the ANC, you are only including two parties. There is MK party, they might want to join. Don't tell me that the MK party will not want to join. If there is ANC, they will join. So they won't need you. In other words, you will be in the opposition party with the TA. Okay? Now, maybe he did his calculation, but I don't think it's right. Because if the ANC and the EFF decide to come together, obviously MK is going to be interested. And then the MK comes in, they form a government. Guess what is going to happen? They are not going to need you, McKenzie. You will be sitting in the benches, in the opposition benches, shouting, stressed. Okay? I know he's excited, but the way he's speaking, it seems like, I don't know, guys, his explanation of saying that, I know what I'm talking about, because now he's explaining on what he knows, that what he's talking about. Anyway.
Form a government without me and my votes and my seats. So I want to declare here that for the next 5 years, I'm not moving. And the ANC...
You better be careful, sir, because this is politics, this is government, and I'm definitely sure that if you were to be removed, you are going to leave the GNU, because you say in the past that if they are not going to give you any position, you are going to come out of the GNU. Okay, so you can't just, I know that being confident, it's nice, but I think he's overthinking it, he's overconfident. Is overconfident, and I think sometimes it might go against you, because in government they can change you at any time. Okay? Hey, McKenzie, man. Hey, McKenzie talks too much, guys. I do understand, he's a man who's got energy. He wants to be positive, whatever. But tell me, what do you think, guys? And if you think what I'm thinking, maybe it's what you've been thinking, or maybe what I'm thinking too much, or maybe saying, you can let me know in the comments. I will see in the comments. I'm going to make a video next time about the Minister of Justice. There is something that I have noticed about her. There is some things that she said before, which I think made her to go through what is going through right now. Stay tuned for that. Like, share, subscribe, and do the do's. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. Take care of yourself. Sharp, sharp.